Simon Des from Bravo, Florence. He's going to continue past us, David. Simon Des from Bravo. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, we got a chase right here. This is South LA. What we're looking at is a LA City Fire Rescue ambulance that almost got hit there. It looked like it might have gotten hit. It's a pursuit that's going on right now. It might have clipped the car there. The car is, this ambulance is swerving because it struck that car coming the opposite direction. This is a stolen ambulance right now, the chase that's going on. Eastbound Florence, he's coming through an intersection here. The LAPD Newton Division in pursuit. You see the unit there. He's going northbound on Pacific Boulevard. This is Huntington Park now. We're in Huntington Park. It is a stolen LA City Fire ambulance. It's Rescue Ambulance 14, Rescue RA 14. LAPD on the ground, a night sun on it. The vehicle stopping there. You see the rescue ambulance stopping at that intersection. That is 2 more units there, 3 more units in the pursuit. Eastbound on Gage. Are we by ourselves? News Chopper 4 Bravo. We're the only news helicopter over this pursuit right now. Stolen LA City Fire Rescue Ambulance 14 being chased by the Newton Division of LAPD. It's unclear how the person that's in the vehicle stole that ambulance, but the pursuit has been going on now for about 5 to 10 minutes. It's Seville. Air 16. Turning eastbound on Slauson now. It's going eastbound. Air 16, David. I'm going to try to get a look in the back there. It looks like it's empty. That's good news. No one on the gurney inside the vehicle right now, and the ambulance here continuing eastbound. When we got over and we took our first look at the ambulance coming eastbound on Florence, it looked like a vehicle may have clipped the back end of it and causing it to fishtail slightly on Florence, but he was able to control the vehicle. If there's anything good about this pursuit, the lights and hopefully the siren is on the vehicle. That's giving notice to people ahead. Here he goes, really thinking about going the wrong side of the street. He's going to make a sweeping left turn there, northbound on Downey Road. We are now in the city of Vernon. This Rescue Ambulance 14 from LA City Fire, stolen a short time ago. The LAPD got behind it, tried to pull it over. It took off. It's been on surface streets the whole time. First learned about the pursuit, it was southbound on Compton Avenue from 48th Street. Right now, eastbound Fruitland from Downey Road. Now they're tracking the vehicle. There's the airship overhead tracking the vehicle. The ground units have pulled back away from the ambulance right now. Oh man, a close call there. Another little fishtailing going on there. Might have a problem with one of the tires. It might be, maybe one of the tires is blown. It's unknown, but it looks like the driver having a hard time controlling the vehicle at times. Northbound turn. This is going to be Loma Vista. Loma Vista northbound. He's coming up to, this is District. It's District Avenue. He's going away from us, behind us, David. 6 o'clock. Coming right alongside the LA River right now. Look at him fishtail there as he made that little bit of a turn there on the elbow in the street. Just south of the LA River and just south of the Commerce Train Yard. LAPD airship overhead tracking. The ground units have backed off but are in the area. And again, a stolen rescue ambulance here in the midst of all the fireworks that are going off all around. Eastbound coming up to Atlantic. We'll see which way the driver decides to go. Through the intersection again, lights and sirens so people can hear the vehicle coming towards them. That's probably the best news out of this whole thing, is that this driver has the at least the lights on. I'm not sure about the siren because we can't hear it, but it's likely the siren is on as well. Eastbound District from Atlantic, and this is still Vernon. Oh man, swerving. I don't know if the driver's doing this on purpose. He passes a car and he starts swerving like that. It's really difficult to know what's going on. News Chopper 4 Bravo, we are the only news helicopter over this pursuit, and you're looking at an LA City rescue ambulance. Might be bailing out right here. He slowed down quite a bit on that turn. He's right along Slauson Avenue. And there he goes. He's doing that fishtail thing again. He's going to go south Slauson. Westbound Slauson, sorry. So we're in Maywood right now, and he's heading back towards LA. So we'll see what the driver decides to do. The ground units have pulled back. The airship overhead tracking. And you see those sparks. That's from the fireworks that are going off above the pursuit. I'll pull out to a wide shot so you'll see some of that action here. It's got traffic up ahead. Here's cross traffic, and again, the lights and sirens on. He's going to make a right-hand turn. That's a good call. He's going to avoid that traffic, and he's northbound on Atlantic. Setting up, might be turning right. Nope, right through the intersection there. Red light. Swinging wide, makes a right-hand turn. This is on 53rd Street. People setting off fireworks there. He's again fishtailing. Let's see. Oh, he's so close to those cars. .53rd coming up to Mayflower. Got people setting off fireworks in the street, and the driver just blows right by him. Here he comes down a tight road here. Not much room for error. Oh, over those bumps there, running a stop sign. Mayflower, southbound Mayflower, and look at that. He's just coming ever so close to those cars that are parked there. Sweeping turn again here. He's going to come back out onto Slauson. So now he's repeating a street here. He's going to go in a turn pocket. It looks like he's going to go south, and he does. This is King Avenue from Slauson. Westbound turn there now. It's 59th place. And he's going to come back out to Atlantic. So the LAPD airship overhead. Ground units pulled back. A stolen LA City Fire Rescue Ambulance 14. We picked up the pursuit. I learned about the pursuit when it was on Compton Avenue and about 68th or 69th Street. It's Atlantic right now, southbound Atlantic, coming up on Gage. Here he comes up to an intersection, and that's Gage. He's swinging a right turn westbound. And then quickly makes those southbound. Turn on, that's Clarkson Avenue. Going to come eastbound there, a sweeping turn off of Clarkson on Bell Place. Let's see, he's slowing down quite a bit. Let's see if he decides to jump out. Nope, he's going to come back out to Atlantic southbound. You know, at this point in the pursuit, what's best the police can hope for is maybe a spike strip, or the guy just decides to just pull over in a familiar area and jump out and run. But it's definitely dangerous for anybody that's out on the street, especially the reckless manner in which this person is driving, running red lights, stop signs, fishtailing for whatever reason, whether the driver's not used to driving something like this, or he's just doing it on purpose, it's unclear. But we saw at least one possible collision with a car that was coming in a different direction on Florence when we first got on the pursuit. Southbound Atlantic right now, and this is Cudahy we're in. Through that red light, again, lights and sirens, so people seeing that coming thinking, okay, here comes an ambulance, we got to pull over and stop. But it's clear that this, you don't see an ambulance drive in this nature. Look at that, going right over the railroad tracks, through a red light, more tracks. Just all over there, just hard on the brakes, trying to make this turn here. He's actually yielding for that traffic there, that's good. This is gonna be Firestone westbound. Again, if the picture looks smoky to you, that's because we're flying through all the fireworks here that are going off in the LA area. Right now we are Southgate, and there's plenty of fireworks. Went around a little island there. There's a police car there, probably unaware of what's going on. Fireworks, a lot of people out on the streets, very dangerous situation here. Maybe the Southgate PD will get involved. He goes right through some fireworks there, some ground fireworks, some kids were lighting off. Again, very dangerous. It's unclear if he's scraping any of those cars as he passes down this very narrow street, right over some kids' fireworks. Westbound now on Southern Avenue. Southbound turn off of Southern onto Bryson. Another narrow street. I'll come out wider. Still in Southgate. We'll see if the city or the Southgate PD will get involved. And I'm hearing now that, yes, they are behind it. There you go. Southgate PD is in pursuit now. They've taken over the chase in their city. They saw there was 2 police cars that were stopped unrelated to the pursuit. This LA City Rescue Ambulance comes blowing by those officers, and right away their instincts kick in and go, this doesn't seem right. And there they are. They're behind the unit right now. Southgate PD now has taken over the pursuit. The airship overhead from LAPD. Here he goes westbound on Tweedy. And it is Southgate PD for sure. They're going wrong side of the road here, and he's going to go southbound. LAPD is concerned about the fact that there's so many people out on the street. I'm trying to bring him. Oh, he went around that firework there. Let's catch up to him, David. 60 miles an hour. I'm listening now. I brought up the Southgate police scanner, and they are definitely in this pursuit. They're calling out the streets. Eastbound turn here. This is going to be Abbott Road. LAPD, though, concerned about the fact that this rescue ambulance is driving on through neighborhoods where people and kids are out on the streets setting fireworks. So we're eastbound on Abbott Road, approaching Jackson, cross through Jackson, coming up to Washington. You see the speeds here picking up. Okay, so we're getting our first confirmation that the ambulance does have its sirens on. Left turn on right road, left turn on right road. And now I'm listening to the Southgate dispatcher calling out to their ground units that the LAPD wants this to be only in tracking mode and not have units behind the pursuit. But now they're changing their mind and saying, no, stay with it. So it sounds like the Southgate PD is going to stay with this pursuit. 50 miles an hour. This is a right road. Oh, tow truck right there blocking the road. He gets around that tow truck. He's going to continue. They want this driver to just pull over. It's so dangerous for everyone involved here. Sounds like the LAPD airship's going to have to pull out for fuel, but the Southgate PD is directly behind. They're going to stay in the pursuit right now. We are northbound Atlantic, crossing Southern Place. Coming up to an intersection. Let's see what happens here. He's got a red light. Okay, this is Firestone, Atlantic. He's going to make that left turn. Once again, going westbound. Westbound on Firestone from Atlantic. So now Southgate PD is pulling off the pursuit. It's just a little too dangerous. Driver weaving his way, kind of rocking the rescue ambulance back and forth when he tries to make a decision to get into a lane. Here he goes northbound on Otis Avenue. He's right behind a vehicle there. The vehicle not sure what to do, but does the right thing and pulls over with the lights and sirens on a rescue ambulance, only to know that this is not someone in there that's being rushed to the hospital. This is someone that stole the vehicle. Wrong side of the road, he crosses over. So he makes that rocking motion with the vehicle just to get the vehicle to where he wants it to go. Northbound Otis from Independence. The pursuit continues on here. The fireworks, there's the LAPD airship. They have not left. They're still up and overhead. Northbound Otis approaching Salt Lake over some, man, very dangerous move there over some railroad tracks. We are now in the city of Cudahy, and here he goes around that, a stop sign. Well, the ambulance is now in Cudahy, out of Southgate's jurisdiction. They pulled off the pursuit anyways, so they're out of it for now, but the continuing northbound being tracked by the LAPD airship. Oh man, such close calls there to parked cars. It's hard to say if he's clipping any of those or not. Oh man, kids on bikes there, around a couple, about three or four of them actually. Now we're in the city of Bell, and oh, it might have hit something there under some trees. He's going to go slow past that car. Coming up on a major intersection, it's going to be Gage. He's going to swing around. He's going to go eastbound now, away eastbound, away from the city of LA. Going to come back under us. Stay right here, David. He's going to cross under us, so we're good. You can go either side. You can make a right. Make a right. He's going southbound. So as we manipulate the helicopter here to keep up with the driver here, he went south right under us. You can see in the wide shot that there really is no units behind the vehicle, just the airship overhead tracking. So we're back into tracking mode. And here he goes. He might be pulling over right here. It might be ending here. Keep going a little bit forward. He turns everything off. That's amazing. Jumps out, and it might be a woman. It is. It's a woman running now. Night sunlight, lighting her up. This is Flora Avenue. Going between. She ran between the two buildings there. It's night sunlight of the airship looking hard for her. She went last time we saw her was between these two buildings. And may have snuck into the bushes here between those two buildings. She had a blue shirt on and it looked like a blue jacket maybe. Well, and just like that, a female driver comes popping out of that rescue ambulance, goes between some buildings here, apartment buildings, and just vanishes. The night sunlight looked like they were off of it. Right where the night sunlight is now is where we last saw her running from Flora Avenue. And here comes one of the units pulling up now. That is a 77th Division unit. Yeah, now the officers, let's move to the, to 2 o'clock, David. Let's get on the other side of the street because they might have her there. Let's see. Now, just forward, David, if no one's there. More units rolling in. This is Flora Avenue and Flora Vista Drive. That's the nearest cross street is Flora Vista Drive. Might be in custody. We're hearing maybe. That is where the last point where I saw her running between those two buildings there looks like a home, and or it's either a home there or to the left, and then the apartment structure to the right. And they do. They have her in custody right there. So what was a very wild police chase through the streets of South LA and into multiple cities, Vernon, Southgate, Cudahy, ending here in Bell on Flora Avenue and Flora Vista Drive. It's the 6800 block of Flora Avenue. The driver pops out of the rescue ambulance 14, pulls over and stops, jumps out, and we realize, oh, it's a woman, and takes off running between the apartment complexes here on Flora Avenue, and the LAPD, with the help of the airship overhead, Noon Division officers swing in and make the arrest of that driver. Fortunately, at least from what we're hearing, no one was injured. There were many close calls in this pursuit. The vehicle driving at speeds at times of 60 miles an hour and faster even. Even at one point, the Southgate PD ground units got involved in the chase through their city. But now the suspect in custody, the rescue ambulance there at the top of the screen. And it doesn't appear that any of the equipment inside was taken or damaged. The driver just simply jumped out and ran. Didn't get too far when the LAPD got in there and made the arrest. And this is all happening with the 4th of July fireworks going off all around throughout the pursuit. Simon Des from Bravo. Hey, Kimberly, did you capture, or did you get the locator where it ended? I copy that. Yeah, 6800 block, 68 to, well, hang on, let me give you the cross streets, that'll help you better. Flora Avenue, and Flora Vista Drive in Southgate, or Bell. It started in South LA. I first heard about it at 64th and 64 and I'm sorry, no, 49 and Compton Avenue, 49th and Compton. You kind of broke up there. Did you say you want to check out something else? Okay, copy. Standing down on that information. Okay. Well, if you were with us for this pursuit that just ended here in City of Bell, Flora Avenue and Flora Vista Drive, a female driver of a LA City Fire Rescue Ambulance 14 that was stolen. We first learned about it 49th Street and Compton Avenue. LAPD Newton Division officers were in pursuit of that rescue ambulance on surface streets. It stayed on surface streets the whole time. It did not get onto the freeway system at all. Drove at high rates of speed, wrong side of the road, running red lights, running stop signs, at times going high speed over railroad tracks, almost losing control. May have hit several cars, if not multiple cars, when it was swerving down the street. We thought initially that it was a male driver, but it turned out when the pursuit came to an end here, the door opened up and out jumps a female driver who takes off running with a jacket in her hands. Didn't get too far, made it over to these apartment complexes right here, right between looks like a house and an apartment complex. And that's where she was taken into custody, brought out and put into one of the Newton Division officers' vehicles. right here, and fortunately that pursuit has come to an end. It doesn't appear that anyone was injured. And that's the very latest check-in at our 11 p.m. newscast, Channel 4 News at 11, for the very latest on this pursuit. This is Gil Davis signing off.
Watch more heart-stopping car chases happening across Southern California. Subscribe here. Thanks for watching. The Chase is on.